So Disney has a habit of taking dark, twisted children's fairy tales and turning them into something sugary sweet with happily ever afters. And they often modify these stories and change them again so that they have happily ever afters. So when you read the original story of like Pinocchio, even the Sleeping Beauty, the original story is not like what you may know. And the 90s, 40s version of Pinocchio really is no exception. So the story of Pinocchio that you know today has Jiminy Cricket playing a very prominent role, whereas in the original story it is not so much. So when I say that Jiminy Cricket died in the original story, well, Pinocchio killed him. The story of Pinocchio essentially was a tale that was depicting that children do not like to have their behavior corrected by people who know much more than them. So in the story, essentially Jiminy was telling Pinocchio to go home, and Pinocchio jumped up in a fury, took a hammer from a bench and threw it with all his strength at the talking cricket. Perhaps he did not think he would strike it, but sad to relate, he did hit the cricket straight on its head. And with a last cree cree cree, the poor cricket fell from the wall, dead. So when you're dealing with the pathological narcissist people, you're dealing with Pinocchio without a Jiminy Cricket. They're not in touch with their conscience, and understand that your conscience is a little voice in your head that acts as a moral compass.